Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to another trading session here. Welcome back for those who are watching on YouTube. Welcome to those watching on Twitch. So another day, another trading session here. It is 9:30. Price just opened, so the ring bell, the bell just rang on New York, and here we are marking the 9:30 open. Well, today price is kind of in a tricky situation. As you can see, yesterday we just hit the previous day high as expected. Price just expanded a little bit more to the upside, and then with London we started to retrace down a bit. The retrace stopped right away at a 4-hour fair value gap. And honestly, what I'm thinking about price right now, if you can see on a daily, I will open the daily here for you. Price took previous day high already, but we still have some measure of a PD array here to explore. As you can see here, we have this volume imbalance here on the daily, which usually is explored and might probably move price to the upside. But honestly, as of right now, price is inside of a bearish fair value gap on the 1 hour, as well as the 15-minute bearish fair value gap as well. So we have to wait if price really wants to space to the downside, or if it wants to start grinding higher in order to take and to touch that volume imbalance, because previous day high is already taken. So this buy side liquidity was explored already. We have some down, some liquidity here as well as sell side. If you can see, as you can see here, it explored a little bit here at 7 a.m. This measure of sell side, but we still have some right below here, which is pre-lunch hour from yesterday's price action. But honestly, if price really uses 8:30 as support, 9:30 as support, and eventually grinds above the event horizon, which is the midpoint between the end walks, I can see price continue its climb to the upside and eventually touch the volume imbalance on the daily. I will probably mark the volume imbalance as well. Let me just grab this here. Let me just zoom in a bit. Yeah, so this volume imbalance here is not quite explored yet. We just managed to come right below it. So where is the volume imbalance? It's here. So I would like to price to explore a bit more this volume imbalance before eventually get down once again. As you can see here on the 4-hour, price is reacting to a bullish fair value gap. It almost touched this order block here as well. And on the 1 minute and the 1 hour, I mean, price is trying to get above eventually this fair value gap here. I will give it some more time just to see its real intentions. But yeah, we also have 10 a.m. news here, the Michigan sentiment final, which can eventually move a bit the market, but we will see. I'm more inclined for a drawn liquidity to this shaded, to this gray area here, which is the volume imbalance, and I guess we will probably visit it here. I don't know if we will do it before 10 a.m. news, but we might. So price is really reacting now. It opened, came back to the downside, retesting the 15-minute fair value gap, the bearish one. So this is not a bearish anymore. This isn't inverted. And right now we have the first presented fair value gap, which is this small one here. It's a small one, but it is still it is still a fair value gap. This one right here. This is the first presented. So let me just annotate this as well. Which is interesting is also this week here. Usually price when price weeks like this, usually it retests about 50% of it. So it might come to the upside here, trying to retest at least 50% of it. And this would be the conflicts with our bias. So another bullish fair value gap here. And another interesting thing is that we consolidate, we manipulate here. This is some kind of a manipulation here, and we should eventually expand, just like yesterday's price action, you know. Right here you have the consolidation box, then you have the manipulation, which I can mark as something bad, and then we should eventually expand to the upside, which is a power of 3 movement here. So it would be interesting to try to grab some longs and try to explore the volume imbalance, the daily volume imbalance here on the upside. But let's see. This is my main bias. We will see if it is correct or not. So we still have about 20 minutes for the news driver. Let's see if price can really support here on this inverted. It is trying to invert this bearish for value gap. So let's see if we can eventually invert this or not. Just check here. So you guys are not seeing the balance window, right? I don't know why. There we go. So as you can see, price is is really trying to get above the 1 hour fair value gap. There is not much of a sell side purge here. We don't have anything significant here. So I will still wait a bit and see if we really can stretch the movement to the upside, or if we will come back down below, trying to grab some sell side before eventually hitting to the upside. So price coming down, trying to probably test this fair value gap here. It has some confluence with the midpoint of the 1 hour fair value gap, which is being inverted. So it would be logical if price does not come below this fair value gap here. This seems to be a nice reaction, a nice first reaction here. Well, NQ, what about NQ? NQ, what is NQ doing? Well, it's a similar price action on NQ as well. So this first first fair value gap here got disrespected with some kind of a displacement. Let's see if the first presented holds, or if it is completely disrespected. Yeah, price now is in a tricky spot. I would like to see price come out of this this 1 hour fair value gap, the 15-minute fair value gap as well, come eventually to the upside or eventually to the downside to grab some more sell side. My main target, my main draw is eventually the volume imbalance, the daily. We already took buy side liquidity, which turned things into a tricky situation. This would be clearer if previous day high wouldn't be taken already. But yeah, price is coming down. It took this buy side liquidity here, the pre-open buy side liquidity. It came to, I would say, 25% of this wick. Let me just check. Quarters. Yeah, correct. It came to 25% of it. So let's wait a little bit more. There's nothing to do right now. Nothing is clear. And we have news in about 15 minutes, so price can remain inside this range and trying to struggle within these fair value gaps. What's up, Gorilla? How are you today? Yeah, you feel price want to go higher today. Yeah, I feel the same. I feel the same. I think that this daily volume imbalance is in play today. I just want to wait for the 10 a.m. news to see what kind of reaction price will have, and eventually try to to engage in some kind of longs. But right now, price is kind of in a sticky situation here, I would say. But yes, I think we have the same bias here. Yeah, I call it daily volume imbalance, but it can be classified as a volume, as a not a volume, but as a I forgot about the word liquidity void. Yeah, it can be also be classified as a liquidity void because there is no liquidity in between those daily candles. But yes, let's see if price comes down. When price was here, I said that there is no sell side that was taken, and I would like eventually to see some sell side taken before I run to the upside. So we might be doing this. I don't know. Let's see. So for those who are watching, and just to clarify things, and this channel is all about transparency. I'm trading a demo account. I'm not trading any combine or any real account or anything like that. Just like yesterday, I'm just trading, as you can see here on your left side of the yeah, just right here. I'm just trading the practice account because I feel that lately I haven't been doing quite well enough to be on any combine or any real account. So I'm just working on my discipline and try to get things better. I mean, so on NQ and ES just took the 930, the low. NQ hasn't taken it, I guess. I can't see it in real time because the top SEPEX platform lags a bit when you have two different charts opened. So I guess NQ is still on a higher level of liquidity, which can provide us some type of SMT on a 1 minute. Yeah, but so far nothing bullish has been respected here. Everything is bearish on this leg. Let's see if price can eventually do some U-turn here and try to accelerate to the upside. We still have 10 minutes before news. Yeah, price coming, displacing once again to the downside here. Taking some more sell side liquidity. So right now 930 open, 930 lows are taken. Let's see how price will behave next. We still have 9 a.m. Lows as well, and 7 a.m. lows as well. Well, if price does not give us anything bullish here, if price cannot do that U-turn after taking this sell side liquidity, we might have probably some bearish downside movements in place. As you can see here, we have some kind of a as a buy side liquidity curve, and it seems like we are trying to right now face a sell side liquidity curve here, as you can see here. So let's see if price does not have this strength to come to the upside. We will definitely try to purge everybody that has its stops here, and eventually we will face the end wall, which is this shaded area right here. Seems like we are if I zoom here out, it seems like we are in a first stage of a market maker sell model, honestly. But let's see. I'm willing to wait for that, because my initial bias was kind of bullish, trying to seek for this volume imbalance. So if it does not happen, I might switch my bias and look for sell side. The price really needs to come out of this range. I don't like how price is stuck inside this range here. So we still have 5 minutes before news. Yeah, right now price is just waiting for the news release, which is in 3 minutes. We will wait for that as well. Price trying to dig inside of the bearish fair value gap on the 4-hour. Is approaching right the top of it. I mean the bottom of it, yeah, and the top of it, yeah. It's a bearish one, so it's the top. Yeah, still ranging here right below the 15-minute fair value gap. We are still waiting just 1 minute for the news driver. Let's see what happens if price stretches to the downside, taking this low, and eventually this one as well, or if we or if price wants to protect these lows and move to the upside. I would say that if price really has the intention to go to the downside, it is taking some time here. It's like time distorting here. So eventually when we have this type of time distortion, it usually goes to the upside. Yeah, see, imagine being short here, you would be kind of stopped out. So this is the news release. So if we manage to come above, I will eventually search for some type of longs. These lows here might be protected, so this is the consolidation zone. Let's see if we can invert once again the first presented fair value gap, and if we maintain a bullish first presented fair value gap, I might search for longs towards the volume imbalance. At this point, I would like to see bullish fair value, bullish PD arrays being respected. Otherwise, price can eventually stay inside this range, which is annoying. So price just stopped right at this order block here. I would like to see it trade above it. Well, on the 15-minute, we still are inside of a bearish PD array, so we still have some movement to the upside to do if we want to see some bullish movement happening. Let's see if this fair value gap gets respected or not. I didn't like how we kind of respected the inversion of the first presented fair value gap. If price really digs below this fair value gap here, this bullish one, we might eventually continue way down. But if we just use it for a retrace and go to the upside, and then yeah, eventually we are in a bullish situation. But it's kind of tricky because it's like a 50-50 chance, because we still are inside of this range here. We have taken buy side liquidity of the range, sell side not so much. That's why it's kind of tricky. And that's why I'm just letting things run, just to see how price will behave. See, price is digging below the bullish fair value gap here. Kind of indecisive right now. It seems like price is holding here. This bullish fair value gap is being respected. Not the way I would like to see it being respected, because we traded through the off bottom a bit, but we are respecting it. So I guess we can eventually consider something like this. So it's quite a large stop here. I will look for a retrace into this order block here. Let's see if price gives us that retrace. Right now we are above 930 open, so it can act as support as well. We are above the first presented fair value gap as well. It can also act as a support zone as well. Well, I guess this was a nice read here. I just didn't like how price explored the half bottom of the fair value gap. That's why I didn't enter anything here, but it was quite a nice read here. Let's see if price wants to offer us some type of a retrace. Yeah, so far a nice reaction here. Quite fast. Not willing to let us in. Still waiting for a retrace here. Let me just check here. So and the problem here is that the stop loss is quite stretched here. It's a 11 handle stop loss, and an 11 handle stop loss allows only with 2 micros. So it's kind of, I would like to find something that allow us to play with a smaller stop loss. But sometimes price just just runs, and if you don't enter at the first move, it's quite hard to catch this wreck train that will not stop. Here we have a nice retrace on the inverted fair value gap, but I would like to see something lower. We just have to be patient here and not trying to chase anything, because we might enter at the top of the movement, and then price decides to retrace, and then that's a situation that I don't like to be in, honestly. But yeah, so far it was a nice read here. When price was here, I was saying that it was some kind of a time distortion, and usually when price does something like that, it displaces to the upside. It really happened. The only thing that I didn't like here is that we tried to get below the half of the midpoint of the fair value gap. That was the thing that prevented me from entering the trade, and otherwise I would have taken along here and eventually try to stretch it to the upside. Well, so far we have the 952 1010 macro. This is the main move of the macro. I expect a continuation of the macro until 1050 eventually, but we will see. Well, for those who are watching the live stream, hit the like button, please. Will help with the algorithm and with the engagement, bringing more people in, gathering some people, some traders, just to form a community to make us grow and to share some knowledge. We all are learning right now, so it would be interesting to call some more people in. Just let me check the 3-minute here. Yeah, just waiting for that retrace. I guess this area right here would be fine, just a little bit below. That way I would have the opportunity to put my stop loss with a projection of this fair value gap here, this one right here, and this order block here. Now let's see. We are tagged in. Let's see how far this retracement goes. The risk is respected here. It's quite a nice reaction. Yeah, zero drawdown. Nice reaction here. We'll take the first partial here as soon as we hit this high. It's reacting in a harsh way here. It rejected the event horizon. Let's see if it is able to come back above once again, or if it wants to retrace back inside the range. It is struggling to get out of the 15-minute fair value gap, the bearish one, and the 1 hour as well. The first presented fair value gap should act as support here. At this point, NQ is a bit stronger than ES. NQ managed to come above the fair value gap, and right now price just tumbling down here, not liking it. Just coming back inside the range. If it stays inside the range, this is a signal for poor price action. It just came here to the order block. It's working the order block right now. Yeah, and honestly, not liking how price is reacting here. And got stopped out. Yeah, poor price action here. Displays to the downside. And the longs didn't work. So right now, I will just have to wait and see what he wants to do. If it comes back inside the range, it's a signal that it's a no day. It's a no trade day. If it continues to displace to the lower, to the downside, I guess the end walk is our new bias. So the bullish idea got invalidated here, but I prevented this loss, protecting the position. But honestly, it was just 1 minute above the break-even point. So if we got a retrace inside this fair value gap here, let's just see. Yeah, at this point, this fair value gap is inverted. So this one should stay inverted. I would like to see it stay inverted. Price took the sell side here. The sell side that we were talking about when price was here, it already took it. So we have two options right now. If price comes back into the range, we will probably, price is probably primed to go higher. But if it doesn't, if it respected this fair value gap here and comes down, we will probably face lower prices. Yeah, so far it is respecting. Yeah, it seems like we will face lower prices here. So the market maker sell model that we were talking about might eventually get into place. But let's see. We'll give the market some more time just to see how if it wants to behave. But yeah, that one was respected. And I guess lower prices will come. So this swing here just tricked us. It was a nice move to the upside and quite fast. It kind of tricked us. Price trying to reach lower here. So let's see how price will behave. We'll just put an implied for value fib here, just to see how can we behave. And we have some kind of a confluence here, minus 2.5 standard deviation, has some confluence with the top of the analog. So let me be a bit more precise. Yeah, minus 2 standard deviation has some confluence here. Price retesting the order block here. As you can see here, this bearish order block. I would not like to see price come above the order block. Let's see if we can have another stretch to the downside. Price just stopped at the minus 0.5 standard deviation. Now running, I would like to see it close below these two wicks. yeah, so far price did not close below these 2 weeks. Just how I would like to see. On the 15-minute, we can see a clear rejection of the bearish PD array. So the question now is, will we go back to the range, or will we go to the downside? Price climbing once again here to the upside. And yeah, this is a day where the read is kind of hard. Price is manipulating everybody and tricking everybody. See how price just displays to the upside, disrespecting the order block. It's kind of a hard read right now. At this point, this position will be stopped out as well, probably. When price was here, I said that I would like to see price close below these wicks, but it didn't. And this is a signal that price will probably turn around and go for these highs here, or eventually this PD array here, the bearish for value gap. As you can see here, price is now supporting and using this order block as support, which is not good. It should stay below it. And there we go. Prices is coming back to the range here. We are in a range bound situation. These are the hardest types of environments that we can face. Price is not respecting anything right now, so no order block, no value gaps. And I will let it run just a bit more, just to see what it wants to do, because right now, as you can see, we just have this back and forth action without any type of direction. Well, as you can see on the 15-minute time frame, price came back to the bearish per value gap. On the 1 hour, the same thing. We have some kind of an SMT with NQ on the 15-minute, which can indicate us that on the 4 hour as well, which can indicate as the price is not doing the same thing on both the indices. Let me just mark the 1050 macro, which is here, 1050 to 1110. Yeah, we are back inside the range. There is nothing that we can do with this type of market. Yeah, the only thing that that was a shame here was when I immediately got into profit, I should have protected the position here, and the same thing here on this short. That would prevent me to not go into drawdown. But things were quite fast, especially on the first trade, where it just came to the upside and then displaced right after to the downside. But yeah, as you can see, this is the type of environment that you should try to avoid and anticipate. It was kind of hard because initially we were expecting volume imbalance or liquidity void, as you want to call it, as well drawing liquidity. Things were rearranging that way. The only thing that I did not like here was that we didn't sweep the liquidity, which we have done now. But yeah, this type of price action is quite hard to engage with in a profitable way. It's quite easy to lose a lot of positions in this type of environment. We are back above the first presented fair value gap here. So still inside this range. Yeah, once again stopping here at the midpoint of the bearish fair value gap. Yeah, no action. Price just stopped. It finished everyone, and now it just stopped. Typical Friday price action. Trying to get above the first presented fair value gap and using 930 open as a support. Yeah, losing once again here. The 930 open. Back inside the range. There's nothing that we can do here, honestly. The macro just started, the 10-15 macro. And price is now stuck here in between these two PD arrays, and just time distorting here. Yes, is displacing once again to the upside here. And so far the 15-minute SMT is working. Price is moving to the upside. Yeah, but meanwhile, price is not giving us anything to work with, honestly. It's just doing its own thing here, in a back and forth way. Well, honestly, there's not much to talk. Price is stuck here. Spent already 15 minutes in the same range. Right now, trying to displace here. And suddenly, price just got boring inside the range. Not much action. And yeah, there's nothing that we can do. Buy side is still active here. Sell side was purged, but we still have active buy side liquidity here. Prices. It took 15 minutes to get out of this range, and as soon as it came down, it is displacing once again to the upside. It's kind of tricky here. So now displacing, it inverted this bearish for value gap here. It is displacing with some action now, but still inside the range. Let's see if this inverted fair value gap gets respected or not. If not, then this is just the enticement to get more liquidity in. You notice how we rejected the 930 open, the first presented fair value gap as well. We tried to displace to the upside, but it didn't work. We kind of inverted the bearish fair value gap, but we validated the bearish fair value gap once again. Seems like price is primed now for some type of movement, but honestly it's kind of tricky to tell which movement, because we are still in a 50-50 chance. It's not a high probability environment right now. It would be a high probability environment if price could close somewhere below or eventually above this small PD array right here. As you can see, this bearish fair value gap, the initial bearish fair value gap, is just pierced to the upside, pierced to the downside. It's kind of hard to frame movement here. Let's see if we can get above this range here. Otherwise, if we come back below once again, it would be a clear sign that it will not do anything. it's 11 right now, so if I were working on a combine or eventually in a real trading environment, I would close the platform right now, because I usually don't trade after 11. So I advise you to do the same, because 11 is the time when two things can happen. A start of the movement can happen, some kind of a retrace or an inversion, or price could start some kind of consolidation as well. Since we are in a consolidation, I guess 11 will start some movements. It's a vice versa situation. But in a normal environment, not in a demo environment, in a normal environment, I would not engage with this, honestly. Yeah, if you look at the 15-minute time frame, price is stuck. It's 11 a.m. in New York, and price is stuck since 6 a.m. So it's been a while, and it's typical for a Friday. So it's been here for 5 hours. Honestly, when I saw this movement, especially the retrace of this fair value gap here, as soon as we displaced to the upside, I thought that, okay, we will eventually visit this volume imbalance, the daily volume imbalance. But as soon as we came back inside the range, I tested once again here, and it didn't work as well. So price came once again back to the range, and it will probably do the same during the day. So there is not that we can do here. Price is still working inside the bearish fair value gaps. See how we displaced to the downside, then came back to the upside, but with no momentum. There is no momentum on price right now. So I'm glad I'm working on the demo account, not playing a real account, because honestly, this would be very frustrating. The only thing that I really regret is to not protect the position here as soon as it went from break even to profit. I should have protected the position here, especially on the first trade. But it is placed to the upside. It gave me almost 1 hour, but some seconds right after it displaced to the downside and didn't stop, and could not do anything. So we have some move right now. Let's see if it's just a tease, or if it really wants to start moving right now. As I said before, whenever you have a consolidation the whole morning, it usually, or it can eventually start moving after 11 a.m. It might be the case, but since it's Friday, we will probably not have this type of behavior from price. Yeah, and so far we are approaching the 2-hour stream, so we still have some minutes, but I guess there is no point being here. Price has done nothing in the last hour, so it's quite boring right now. I will eventually be here for some more minutes, but stream is soon ending. Well, this was a losing day, but honestly, I'm not ashamed of it, because these type of conditions are really hard. There is no direction. Price just do its own thing, and it's very hard to frame anything right now. I still believe that we will visit this volume imbalance. It might be the case that we will visit it at New York PM session, but with this type of environment and this type of price action, it's hard to do anything, honestly. Yeah, see how price just moving back and forth once again. Just teases a bit here, but honestly, it's coming back once again. This is really the typical price action move of a consolidation type of environment. Yeah, moving once again. But as you can see, every type of movement is followed by wicks. It's not a sustainable move. Every down move is sustained by wicks. Every up move is sustained by wicks as well. So in order to believe what the market wants to do, I need to see some clear intention of it, not these type of wicks where they just close and they are the candles just close with a wick, and then afterwards price just go in the opposite direction. Yeah, this seems to be another bearish fair value gap that will be inverted here. seems like we are getting some follow through on this movement here. Let's see if price is able to purge these highs here. It would be quite acceptable, a purge of these highs, and eventually midnight open. We have midnight open here. Previous day high as well, just right above, but previous day high is already taken, as you can see. My main draw was, in fact, the liquidity void or the volume imbalance that I talked about in the first minutes of this stream. The price didn't work with us, and it kind of tricked everybody to the upside, then tricked everybody to the downside. Everything in between 9:30 and 11, and usually when price does something like that, the real movement starts post 11. So in a normal situation, as I said before, I would not engage with the market in a post 11 a.m. situation. But since we are just demoing, this line right here is event horizon. Event horizon is the midpoint between both end walks. So we have an end walk down here, and we have an end walk above. But this volume imbalance, I didn't put it in here, but because it's way to the upside, it's in between 5,590 something. I guess the low-hanging fruit should be these highs right here. Yeah, so far just a normal retrace here. I should react to the upside. Oh well, so price is really not working with this, so I think I will end the stream here. We hit the 2-hour mark already. Yeah, we are 2 hours in. Honestly, it was a good idea not to trade anything real today, just demoing. And as you can see, whenever price is in some type of a consolidation mode, which it is, no matter what you do, you will get punished. So this this is one more way to see things whenever you are in a consolidation mode. There is no edge, so if there is no edge, it's not worth it to try anything. And honestly, we should remind us whenever we are trading a real account of these type of environments, of course, that we cannot predict these things clearly, but as soon as we hit just like this loss here, the first loss, the most logical thing would be, okay, price should eventually come to this high, but it didn't come, and as soon as you realize that, okay, it came back to the range, yeah, we probably are in an environment that we should not trade. So we have to remind ourselves about this whenever we are trading real funds or combines or whatever you want to call it, because these types of environments are the ones that can ruin everything, honestly. And they can be quite frustrating, as you can see here. Price takes a long time to deliver anything, and it can deliver something that you are not expected quite heavily with a quite a aggression momentum or aggressive momentum. And yeah, these types of environments can really test your patience, can really drag your mental capital down, and yeah, you just have to have that in mind, honestly. I'm really glad I'm not trading anything real, just demoing. Because honestly, the main objective, which was previous day high, was taken already right after Asia and once again in London. So there was no clear drawn liquidity. I still believe that we will eventually face the volume imbalance or the liquidity void, as you want to call it. But it will probably do it in a high resistance way, just like it is doing right now. It just goes 4 candles to the upside, 3 to the downside, 4 to the upside, 3 to the downside. And eventually you will get stopped out, because at some point you will mess up your stop loss, or you will put your stop loss too tight, and you will get hit. That's why it is important to identify these conditions as soon as possible and try not to interact with them. Yeah, these conditions were, honestly, they were present as soon as this setup didn't deliver here. We didn't manage to come to this high here as soon as we've done this here. Price came back to the range, and at this point, okay, you should have eventually take your hand out of the trigger and say, okay, this is a range bound market environment. I will not engage with it. Since we are in a demo, I tried once again here and then once again here, but this is not a type of thing that you should try when trading a combine or eventually a real account. Well, at this point, I will end the stream as well. Hit the like button if you haven't done it yet. Hit the subscribe button or follow me as well. And thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you next Monday. Let me just check, the 28th. So I will probably still be on the demo account, since I have to work on myself. But yeah, hope to see you next Monday. Thank you very much, and have a nice weekend. And thank you once again.